children of the Most High, I know that you guys are enjoying your day. I know it because we got Jesus Christ living in us. And you know what? There's no greater thing than the Holy Spirit in us, because that's one of the promises, that if we believe, the Holy Spirit is in us and we got God in us and we are living this wonderful life. Guys, the book of Mark, and this was just something where I think a lot of us struggle with. I think there's moments in our lives a lot of us struggle with. If you go to the book of Mark chapter 9, this is a whole piece, but I'm not going to focus on the whole piece. I'm just going to give you the summary. The title is Jesus Heals a Demon-Possessed Boy. You know, there was a whole crowd, and the father brings his boy, and obviously he was having convulsions, and every time this demon enters this boy, he was struggling. And you know, it was violent, and he was foaming at the mouth. The Bible actually goes into detail, and it says there in verse 21, from childhood, he answered, it is often thrown him into fire or water to kill him. But notice this, that the devil, the enemy, will do anything to stop you from your dreams, will do anything to stop you from living life and life in abundance in Jesus Christ. There's just proof of it. Is he will do whatever he can to stop us. But this is the part which comes up next. The father asks him, but if you can do anything, take pity on us and help us. See, the father's crying out to Jesus. And he's calling out, and are we doing that? Is that the first thing we're doing? Because yes, the father might have only found out who Jesus was a couple of maybe months, days ago. And then he went to Jesus and said, if you can. And then now listen to Jesus' response. It's exactly what I just said now. If you can, said Jesus, everything is possible for the one who believes. And in verse 24, immediately the boy's father exclaimed, I do believe. Help me overcome my unbelief. See, a lot of times we use all these scriptures. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And we use all these wonderful scriptures. But do we really believe it? Now, one thing I love about this passage is the Father's open honesty. Help me overcome my unbelief. And a lot of times I think we all struggle with it. I know I struggle with it. At times it's like, I don't know how. And it's like, is this really possible? And then you start doubting yourself, and then you start asking questions like, yeah, maybe I heard wrong. No, sometimes we didn't. Help me overcome my unbelief. And that's a prayer that we should pray regularly. That's something that we should continue to pray, especially when we're doubting, especially when we're struggling. Because I know a lot of people have got a calling on their life. And if you don't have one, then we start praying for one. Then start praying for one. Get hold of me and I'll start praying with you for one. But then we got to continue in it, because I've also had moments where I'm like, is this where you want me? Am I sure? It feels right, but I'm not really sure. And then I remember, but Lord, you called me for great things. You called me for great things, and I must just continue. Yes, sometimes the progress seems slow. Sometimes it gets frustrating. And then we start wondering, and then we start, not believing as we should. Not that mustard seed faith like, you know what, the mustard seed faith that we should have. But we must keep on pressing on, keep on moving and saying, Lord, I am struggling. Help me with this unbelief. Help me with this unbelief, because this unbelief is going to stop me from getting to where I should go. It's going to stop me from reaching my God-given destiny, the destiny that you pushed me on. And I don't want that for my life. That's the one thing I know. I do not want that, and I am pretty sure you do not want that. So let's start praying and say, Lord, help me. Help me with my unbelief. Make me stronger in my faith so I can know you taking me on the right path, regardless if it feels slow, regardless of what is happening, regardless of the situations and the circumstances around me. Help me with my unbelief so I can believe, so it's more of Jesus, less of me, more of Jesus, less of me, more of Jesus and less of me. And then we're going to see how God works. Then we're going to see miracles taking place. We're going to see doors opening. We're going to see everything start working in our favor. Because everything is possible for those who believe. Guys, I hope this is a blessed message. I hope you take this to heart and know that everything is possible. Why? Because of our belief. Blessings, guys.